Okay, so something similar to what we just saw on XLM is kind of happening in terms of the fair value gap, the liquidity, and the double top, double bottom, the kind of stuff. But before we actually get into the technicals of ATC, I want to direct your attention to the FXStreet YouTube channel. If you like watching our content, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. And if you like what I do, you can follow me on Twitter at Mangyako with the 0 at the end, and check out the trades that I post, or the trades that I take. And sometimes I do altcoin requests, where you request a chart and I put it out. So that kind of stuff. So yeah, back to Ethereum Classic. Right, so I've marked out the fair value gaps up here. So technically the fair value gap extended from up here, so probably up here to here. And what happened last time during this particular upswing from 6th November to 9th November, where we saw excuse me, a 24% upswing, a part of this FVG was filled. So technically, yeah, so we have a very tiny FVG here, which could get filled. But before this FVG gets filled, I would be really optimistic on the upswing to the FVG if we get a dip into this liquidity pool here, which collects the liquidity resting below these lows here that formed between September 21 and September 29. So the liquidity pool, just eyeballing it, would extend from $42 to $44. And if you also look at this particular demand zone here, kind of encapsulate that, it's present just below the liquidity pool. The demand zone ranging from 37.72 to 42 is something that I'm looking to retest. But this is not an important thing that needs to happen. What needs to happen is a dip into this liquidity pool here. That would make me want to go long on Ethereum Classic. As for the upside targets, there's been a bit of consolidation here, which ranges from 3rd October to 7th November. So there's going to be a bit of resistance around here. So if I could just, yeah, adjust this trend line here to something like this. So I'll be looking for a long somewhere around 44.6 to $55 level, which is a decent 25% upswing with my stop losses below this demand zone here. So this is the short-term target. So I'm not quite sure if it's actually gonna have the momentum, considering how it's been, a laggard for roughly almost more than 3 months, right? So I don't see it sparing volatility where it could, smash this 55 level and then just go to 65 and probably even collect the liquidity resting below these equal highs around 77. So 77 is where the equal highs are present, and the liquidity pool could extend anywhere up to 80 or more than that, right? So I'm not sold on the idea of ETC hitting 80 or more than that anytime soon, but I would be willing to gamble on this long if we get a dip into the demands, the liquidity zone ranging from 42 to 44, plus a dip into the demand zone here, which is just below the liquidity pool and ranges from 37 to 42, would be an additional confirmation of this bullish bias that I have. Short term, like I mentioned, I'll be looking to take profits around 56, 55 altogether, and I don't know, I'll just wait and see how it unfolds to target these highs at 77. And that's a quick take on Ethereum Classic.